Coming to you
Live stream.
live, man. I'm gonna need at least 5 grand to hold my finance. What's up, man?
What up? What up? What up? What up? Been a minute. Been a minute. You know what I'm saying? But we here thugging.
Yeah, I know
You
it's been a
know.
while. Busy lives. You got a lot going on in your life, man. So do I. So do
Bro,
I. We've been doing our thing, man. It sucks because
changing course.
yeah, you want to be active on here, but we got a lot going on, so it's good to get it in. But what week it is. We had to get it in on this one. Out of all of them
Crazy, bro.
had, we had to get it in on stuff right here. So
Had to. It's
yeah,
crazy. Came to fruition
hey
quickly
man,
too.
time flies. I mean, we were just talking about it last year. I went back and found our old text. And we were like, hey, man, you never know how our teams are going to be looking about this time of year. And now it's upon us. It is upon us. So
Man, yeah.
I'm
Love
excited.
to see it. Love to see it. But obviously, let's just get straight to it. Get people
Yeah.
what they want. Um. So my name is Cody. By the way, Oklahoma fan. Obviously, you got Tom here on your
Hey,
left or right side, whichever way you're looking at it. Tennessee Vols. So obviously, the thing that's going on here is we got a matchup this week between Tennessee Volunteers, Oklahoma Sooners, in Norman, Oklahoma at 7:30 kickoff Eastern time. Tennessee is favored by 7.5 right now per ESPN. Not mad at that. Not mad at that. Now, I will say, if I was a betting man, I would take Tennessee 9.5
okay.
over. If I was a betting man, I am a betting man, but I don't bet on my team.
You
I
don't bet
never
against your team, yeah.
I don't bet against my team. So with that being said, Oklahoma has a lot of people coming back this week. As far as we have Branson Higman that's coming back for center position from SMU. We got another lineman coming back. I cannot remember his name. That's my fault. Um, we got Nick Anderson coming back, number 4, our leading receiver.
So is he coming back? I was looking at the report and I got the report up here. We had for Oklahoma, I have it right here. I can put it out. Jaden Gibson's out. Farouk is out. Gentry Williams is out. Jareen Hatchett is out. Deshaun McCullough, questionable. McIntyre, questionable. Jake Taylor, questionable. Nick Anderson is probable on here. Uh, Andrew Anthony,
So,
probable. Doby, probable. And Everett, probable.
so I'm gonna talk about the offense first, and we're gonna talk about people who's coming back. So we have I'm gonna hit on 2 people that you Hatchet. Actually, I'm gonna hit on 3. Hatchet, that was the other lineman that I forgot. Need him from Washington. It's not coming back. Transfer from Washington, is what I mean. Now, Nick Anderson is going to play in this game.
Yeah.
Andrew Anthony is going to play in this game. Andrew Anthony, before he tore his ACL in the Red River game last season, was our number 1 receiver. Tore his
Mhm.
ACL. Don't know if he's the same player. He played week 1, didn't play a ton, but he did get a couple snaps and had a catch in that game. Now, I think he has suited up every week, but he hasn't played. What I think, what I've heard that is happening with Nick Anderson and Andrew Anthony, the 2 receivers, is that they could have played last week if need be. Why rush them for Tulane? Not saying Tulane is a scratch off by any means, but you got Tennessee coming up. You play that Tulane game, you get banged up, you have nobody for Tennessee, which I think we can both agree is a tougher opponent than Tulane. So, with that being said, I think those 2 players will play. We need them to play. Now, there's a difference between playing and contributing. They need to contribute in a big way, if I'm being honest. Like in a pretty, you know, between the 2, we need 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the gist of it because, we still have Deion Burks. Eyes is going to be on him heavy. We need eyes to be off Deion Burks. Nick Anderson, deep threat. Andrew Anthony, route runner. Deion Burks, all the above, right? So that's like the perfect combination. I'm not huge on, and I'm just being blunt. Like I love Nick Anderson. I love, you know, everything about him, his frame, his attitude. Like I watch his podcast. I wasn't huge on Nick Anderson, but we need him. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he is a deep threat for sure. I think he is a veteran for this receiver core. I do believe that we need Nick Anderson. Now, with that being said, obstacles.
Yeah.
Tennessee comes in to Oklahoma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fire offense. Defense has been clicking. Defense has played very well. Now, there's two things that I take away from Tennessee. Who have they played? One, and two, they are a young, I'm just gonna say the young quarterback because I'm not too familiar with his pieces around them. I know they have a good offensive line, good defensive line. Now, Nico coming into his first away true road game, SEC start. How's that gonna shape him? We need the defense to get after. We need pressure. But the thing with that is pressure Nico leaves our DBs exposed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Brew McCoy, you got Dylan Sampson, you got deep threats all over the field, right?
I mean, we got
And
Thornton. He's definitely a deep threat out there. So we
exactly.
have
So
a
you
lot of
have
people that can cut you deep. Mike Matthews, young dude, he got his first touchdown out of Liburn, Georgia. So we have the options to cut you deep, but Tennessee, that's not their first priority anymore. And we tried
you
to
know,
establish that 2022. That's the biggest thing about it. Oh, Tennessee wants to hit you deep, hit you deep. No, we want to establish the run game. What we're going to do is, as we see this, I do in CFB, they're going to spread you out wide and make you have a thin front, and we're going to run it. So you have to stack the box. Now that you stack the box, now you're getting beat over the top. So it's one of those. And if you're going fast pace, you got those little dudes in, or you have your big guys in to stop the run. We spread you out at that point in time, and now you're having to battle on two fronts. Stop the run because we have some talented running backs, but it's possible, and that's where I want to come in. I'm big on Tennessee. We can lose this game. It is our game to lose. We have a very, very talented defense we're going against in Oklahoma. Very good front right there. So there's a chance that being in Norman, that is a huge game, a big stadium. It's loud. It can get anybody out of the head. Though Nico said, I live for the away games. I'm more comfortable doing that. This is prime time away game.
this
And,
is
and,
college
and
game
this,
day. It
yeah,
don't get no bigger than this.
this is prime time
Or
away.
in or an in season game, it don't get no bigger than this,
Yeah,
right?
no,
So
this
you
is
know,
playoff caliber type of game. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
So
it can go either way.
and I guess my other point with that, to piggyback off that is both quarterbacks are young. Obviously, you know that this is their first season of starting. They came in the same class. They both somehow got number one quarterback out of the 23 cycle
It's a
somehow.
favorite thing to say. Number one quarterback. Number one quarterback.
Yeah.
How's
So
everyone number
and
one
DJ
quarterback?
Lagway and Arch
Yeah,
Manning.
and
So
Arch Manning. Everybody's the number one quarterback.
yeah. So it's like four different people with that title, I guess, attached to them as quarterback goes. But you got Tennessee coming in as averaging around 336 a game for rushing, which is insane. And it's not even the first in the country. It's 3, which is crazy good. So, but this is my thing. You got Oklahoma who's only giving up around 70 yards rushing a game, which is around 12 in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So Georgia's the only team to stop Tennessee's rushing attack in the 22 season.
Yeah.
And the reason why I bring that up is because Georgia had 5 in the box. They ran 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and they had 2 safeties deep, and they matched up on the outsides because what does Tennessee do? They spread you out extremely wide. They use the whole width of the field, and they make you cover ground. They make you use your speed. They hit you with physicality. Josh Heupel hadn't even gotten to this, but former Oklahoma player. He was fired from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You think that's not on his mind?
Man.
He wants to win this game. He wants to win this game probably more than the players do, right? So I see Heupel coming in and doing everything he possibly can. Because who do y'all have after this week?
Bye week, and then I think it's time for Florida.
Right. So knowing that you have a bye week on the back end of this week is important because you get rest, you get that extra practice time, you get that mental relief, right?
Actually,
So
I misspoke. It's Arky. We got bacon
Arkansas,
bits. Yeah, we got bacon bits next.
okay. So our recluse. So what I'm saying is, okay, you got Josh Heupel coming back to his alma mater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, and this is my question to you, do you think that it's on his mind? And I'm just
100%.
stating the obvious as far as
100%. Why wouldn't it be? You're right. It's no man can come and say it's just like going back to your old high school after they kicked you out of your starting position and you go play at a rival school and now you're coming back. It's like, yeah, I want to be professional and be cool about it, but y'all definitely fired me. Like I brought you your last national championship. It's Heisman caliber, and you fired me. And who'd they bring in at the time? Your boy. And then he turned around and went to USC. Right?
okay, let me ask you this. No, I ain't even gonna get to it. I ain't gonna get to it. Fool.
So
Yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
am.
saying.
Do you think Lincoln Riley is a better OC than Josh Heupel?
It's tough. That is, but Lincoln Riley has a little bit more history. He has a little bit more behind him. Like, well, I don't know. Josh
Heupel does too.
Heupel did a lot at USC. He looked, I mean, UCF. He looked really good
Do
at
you know
UCF.
he used to be a D coordinator as well?
Yes. So it's hard to say only because Lincoln Riley was at blue blood programs. You can shine at these places where you have top tier recruits and top tier spotlight to shine. And he was able to do that at Oklahoma, then turn around and do that at USC with top tier recruits. Josh Heupel shined at Tennessee. He shined at UCF without top tier 5 stars, and then turn around and
Right.
shined again in 2022 at Tennessee with a diminished roster because we had a lot of penalty. I mean, impositions. What do they think? Penalties and stuff against us, like recruiting violations. So he didn't have a full class and was still grinded out in 2022. So to me, making it out the mud as opposed to being handed a nice shiny platter, that speaks volumes.
Do we know where Lincoln Riley came from before he joined Oklahoma? I don't either.
I don't.
I have no clue. I ain't
We
gonna
can
cap.
Google it.
Fool. Yeah, I ain't even gonna cap. I have no clue. But the thing is, I guess to get back on topic of the week is, all right, Tennessee, as far as Oklahoma's defense, what they need to do to win this game, they need a turnover.
And he was at Oklahoma, so he was OC Oklahoma, then head coach.
Okay, that was it.
That's just the gigs here.
Would have come up. So, back while I was saying defense needs a turnover, right? In my opinion, they need a turnover. I think to stay in it, I think they need 2 to win. I think defense needs 2 turnovers to win. I also think they need to be held.
And you have to get points out of it. You can't just turn it over, get it back to your offense, then turn it over again. That is
correct.
You have to get points out of it.
Correct. Very correct. But I believe that we need to hold Tennessee under 100 rushing yards. I say 125 rushing yards. So if you can hold, that's very tough. If you can hold them under 100,
go ahead.
If you can hold them under 125 rush yards, I like the chances of Oklahoma. We're playing in Norman. To me, the hostile environment isn't really Oklahoma's thing. But the last time Oklahoma was underdog at home was in 2003 against TCU. So it's been over 20 years since they've been an underdog in their own home, right? They have, I think, one of the longest home streaks that there is as far as unranked teams and FBS schools. So get back to the defense. That definitely needs to happen. Now, the offense, we can't have quick 3 and outs. We just can't. I believe in our defense, but it's hard when the 3 and outs is coming ASAP. People get tired. We have a really good D line that rotates in. But if Tennessee's going fast and they're not getting those subs in, it's not looking good, right? So we need the offense to at least not we can't have three and outs.
Mhm.
And I mean 3 and outs immediately with no first down. We can't have more than 3. We have more than 3. Tennessee gets up on the board up into the 30s. Oklahoma, I don't know. I don't know if they can get up there
And
with Tennessee.
it's the fact that you guys have been starting very slow in all these games. You've started very slowly against Houston, very slowly against
Except
Tulane.
Tulane.
Well, I feel like
Tulane, we
Tulane,
started quick.
I feel like you didn't get rolling until third and fourth quarter with them. And
No, that's when we slowed down.
You say, oh, okay, you established dominance with them. And
Yeah. So at halftime, we're
my kids.
So at halftime, we're 21-6, right?
Okay.
21-6 halftime. I think that's the most points besides Temple that we had in the first half. So dominant defense. They get some fluke. I ain't even gonna say some fluke. They drove the ball actually on at the end of the first half.
Mm-hmm.
They do a no huddle. They get Oklahoma scrambled, discombobulated, which needs to be fixed. They boom hit for a touchdown in the back of an end zone. Just the quarterback running around and doing some crazy shit. Other than that, a dominant game, but you let them get back. A dominant game in the first half, you let them get back in it.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a one-score game ASAP. Tulane's not a slouch team. I think Tulane is better than any team that Tennessee has played, but I don't think that I think that the game could have been managed better. I think that the score could have been 38-6. I think it could have been 35 to, or I really believe it should have been 42-6. Then this conversation would be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they took a big leap from Houston to Tulane. It's a difference when, and speaking of a leap, they took a leap from week 2 to 3. They need to take another leap from 3 to 4, offensively and defensively.
And that's the thing I worry about Tulane. Tulane, I mean, I guess they got beat by both ranked teams. Kansas State taking a nice whooping from
They
them.
They calling Kansas State quarterback Avery Johnson the white Lamar Jackson. I was high on the kid when he came out of high school. I was like, this dude, he can play. I remember when he committed to Kansas State, I was like, he gonna be a dog, and he is rightfully so.
So it's I will say that Tulane is a good team. NC State are a bad team, but we made them look horrible. It is we made them look like they were. And they're not as bad. Think about beginning of the season, they were riding high on NC State. We just
overrated.
Yeah,
who else was they riding high on? But listen, who else was they riding high on? Michigan,
Florida State, Michigan,
belt to ass. Florida State even worse. I was getting to them next. I really want that was the home run. Florida State ain't won a game all season.
They are dog.
So what are they riding high on? They don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They put us all the way up 15. I didn't feel like we were 15 caliber, 14, 15 caliber. I thought we were a lot better team than they were projecting us to be in that time. And I mean, the rankings showed, but these rankings don't matter. We know CFP rankings are the ones that matter at the end of the year.
None of this matters right now. Now, get back to NC State. Mm-hmm. Now, you play NC State second week. They're riding high on NC State. NC State was down 21-7 at halftime at home to West Carolina.
Yeah. They were piss poor. I knew when I saw that game, that's why I bet so high on them for us to beat them by so much. When I saw they were struggling against West Carolina, I said, okay, this is about to be a cakewalk. But then they turned around, they bounced back the following week, Louisiana Tech. We'll see how they do versus Clemson. They do play Clemson, and we'll see if they can keep up with Clemson, who ain't a great team. And
they beat Louisiana Tech, bounce back. They beat Louisiana Tech by 10 points.
Yeah, but I will say this, and this leads to another conversation I had with someone. When we're looking at the rankings to determine how good of a team is, does it matter if I beat that ranked team and they were ranked at the beginning of the season, or does it matter how that team then finishes? So if I beat the number one team and they finish 25th, but I say it matters how you beat them when you play them, because say, for example, we beat Alabama. No, listen. Hear me out. And here's my thing. Here's my thought behind it, right?
All right.
We say we beat Georgia first game of the season. In Georgia, we say or we beat Texas first game of the season, right? And then Quinn Ewers gets hurt for 3 games, and their rankings fall. But then they come back and they win out. It's their star quarterback was hurt. That's why their rankings fell so low. They ended up 15. They should have been better because they star quarterback. Does that mean that team was any less as good now because they lost a key player for 2 games, which affected their overall? He comes back, they win
Nigga,
rankings. That's all
what
I'm
are
saying.
you saying? NC State ain't lost nobody.
I'm not
They
saying about
sorry.
NC State. I'm talking NC State's not ranked. I'm just saying if I beat a ranked team, when I beat the ranked team, it should still count as a ranked win. It still goes down like Tennessee put up 10 ranked wins, 5 ranked wins, 4 ranked wins, however many for the season. We should still get credit. Not, yeah, they beat a win is then, but these people ain't ranked now, so it don't matter. My ranked win is my ranked win. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so like we just said, let's say that, okay, for instance, Georgia Tech does something this year.
Yeah.
Now, Georgia Tech sit here and says, bro, we have beat Florida State. Who ain't beat Florida State? Who ain't beat Florida State? That don't hold nothing. Georgia Tech win is nothing no more. Like at the beginning, it was like, oh my gosh, they beat Florida State. Florida State, who was crying about being in the playoffs last year without Jordan Travis. Bro, you see what Georgia did to y'all in the bowl game that they didn't want to be there? They had on people opt out. Them folks that want to be in that bowl game, they played the recruits.
I mean, but that's just like saying Northern Illinois, your win don't count because Notre Dame is ranked 7. It doesn't matter you beat a top 10, top 5 team because now they're not ranked that anymore. So your win is null and void.
It definitely does, because what did Notre Dame do the next week? What did Notre Dame do to Purdue the next week? It got ugly. Yeah,
they beat a shitty Purdue team.
Purdue's not shitty. Purdue
hasn't been beat like that. 6-7.
Okay, exactly. Purdue hasn't been beat like that in the history of their program, and they play in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Think about it. They play Ohio State, they play Michigan, they play Notre Dame. They play a lot of really good teams every year, and they have never been beat like that. So, yes, Northern Illinois, they have something to hang their hat on. Now, Georgia Tech does from a brand name, right? And I put air quotation because Florida State is a big brand name. Now, this year, not so much. Florida State hasn't won a game. Florida State has played, they lost to Memphis, dog. And I'm not sitting here saying Memphis is
Memphis
a cupcake.
Arguably will get that 12th slot.
I'm not saying Memphis is a cupcake, but I'm just saying Florida State and Memphis, you cannot compare the two programs, right?
Yeah.
So
they got paid to be there, and then Florida State
and they scrubbed.
they got paid.
They literally scrubbed. So that's what I'm saying. Georgia Tech win means nothing anymore because they hadn't did anything to combat that loss from the first week. They did nothing to say, hey, that was a fluke. They have only said we playing water gun fights at practice because it's over with. That's literally it. So now, in reverse, Northern Illinois, they come in, they beat number 7 Notre Dame. Notre Dame's not ranked number 7 no more. Now, Notre Dame goes and does what the next week? They put up 60 points against Purdue. They have never been beat like that. Now, if Notre Dame goes and lose every game from here on out, Northern Illinois, their win won't mean shit. It won't mean nothing.
Yeah.
So we can sit here and compare, like, okay, NC State, that was ranked at the beginning of the season. NC State ain't like that. They not. They play Clemson this week. They get it.
They're not like that. But to put up numbers like that on a solid team, a Power 4 team,
solid team,
still
solidly bad.
Yes, they solidly bad. Volumes. Speaks volumes.
It's almost like beating now, and it's almost like beating Purdue. But Purdue is better than NC State.
Are they?
I don't know. NC State, they have the last couple of years, they've been okay, decent.
They've shown flashes.
It's like beating I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, what I'm saying is, to not get off the tracks too much, is we have Tennessee, who hasn't played a decent team.
We haven't established ourselves against a high quote unquote ranking teams, but we have established the efficiency of our team. We have established that we put up 60 points in a half. That's still, I don't care who it is you're playing against
yeah,
in college. That is you putting up stats.
it's
Now,
impressive.
how
And
does
that's
that
why we
translate?
believe.
How does that translate?
Well, first off, I want to say like we believe Tennessee has a high power offense. Josh Heupel's done a great job with their offense this far. They just didn't have he probably would have been decent last year. They just didn't have the quarterback. Nico probably could have started last year. You know what I'm saying? 2022, they did great until Hendon Hooker got hurt. But what I'm saying is I believe in Nico. And I've said that from the beginning. I said that before week 1. I believe in Nico. But it's a test. Everybody has to hit a test. It's like I seen Tom Brady say, we expect I was talking to Barron today. We expect all these first round quarterbacks to do well. And I'm reverting this to Bryce Young. Bryce Young isn't a bad quarterback. You expect them to do well quickly when they ain't. This is a whole new league. This is a whole new ball game at the end of the day. So they get in there, and then 3-4 years go by, and they say, "Oh, he's washed." Prime example: Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield he comes in, he takes them to the playoffs after being like the 30th quarterback of the 2 decades, and or not even 2 decades. I think it was like 16 years. They had like 31 quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield takes them to the playoffs. They expect him to do this. He plays with a shoulder injury. He's hurt. Whatever. He goes to Carolina. He's washed. He goes to LA. He does his thing. Now he's at the Bucs doing his thing. So Tom Brady says, we expect these people to do this, but he was like, I didn't play my first year. I had to sit back and watch. Granted, Tom Brady was kind of lucky that he got in and just happened to be a phenomenon, but it was one of those things where like he didn't play. He had to learn. He had to see how it worked. It's a different ball game at the end of the day. Politics are a lot. Strength is a lot. You're playing everybody that you would play in college with their attributes just a little more up. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have time to see what that's like. Now, if Nico goes in here, and that's why I haven't washed away with Jackson Arnold, because he's new. He sat behind Dylan Gabriel. It's not a thing to go in and just immediately be a star player. Nico has came in and showed flashes and did great. Now, if he goes in late and Norman lays an egg, that doesn't mean that Nico ain't what we thought it was. It's tough, bro. And it's tough to be consistent. It's very tough. Like you have to go in, week out, and especially in the SEC this year. Well, not y'all's schedule, but especially in the SEC, it's a little tougher than normal. So you go in and you make things.
Now, don't downplay our schedule like we have a complete cupcake schedule. We still see it Oklahoma. We see a talented Arkansas team. We see a trash Florida team. It is what it is.
Give you that.
We still got Alabama. We still have a Kentucky who can put up numbers. Georgia.
I give you that. No, you don't play Kentucky. You don't play Kentucky.
We play Kentucky.
You said you didn't play Kentucky.
We don't play South Carolina this year. We play Kentucky this year.
Oh, y'all play Kentucky?
It's a rivalry. Okay. It's a rivalry, so it's protected.
Okay. So, I mean, all in all, it's going to be a tough game for both quarterbacks, I believe. I think that we need the crowd. I think that we need a phenomenal defense of game from our staff. I think that the offense has to click. If the offense doesn't click, it's going to be a 20-point game. Easy. And I'm saying easy because the defense, as good as they can be, you can't be on the field the whole game. You just cannot. I don't care who you are. Like, you need to slow down the game. And Tennessee likes to go fast, so you need to slow down the game for your benefit.
But like Jason said, y'all offensive line against Tennessee's defensive line is going to be the matchup of the week. That's what we're going to be looking at. Heavy. We have some heavy hitters coming off that line. If you can't keep Jackson Arnold off his back, it's going to be interceptions. Your defense is going to be tired. Because guess what? We get in, we score, Tennessee likes to go fast. Guess what? Y'all defense is right back out there. Now, what I will say is a determining factor that people aren't realizing for Tennessee. Now, we'll put this in. Our starters haven't had to play 4 quarters all year yet. So how is that going to affect them now? Now you're coming in. Now they're going to be a little bit healthier than most,
Mhm.
but they haven't had to play a full quarter game. Not versus Chattanooga, not versus NC State, not versus Kent State. They're coming out at halftime. These guys haven't had to see 4 full quarters yet. So now it's time to play a full game against a solid team, or we do the same thing. We come out second, third quarter. These guys are ready to come out. We're putting in McIntyre. We're putting in Deshaun Bishop, who's a solid one. We're putting in P. Lou. These people are coming in to get some PT. At that point in time, it is what it is. But I'm saying now we got to put together a full 4 quarter game, and you guys got to stop us. You guys got to get these guys in your face. And we got some. Our defensive line is definitely the highlight of that Tennessee defense. Putting together,
Yeah.
and can Jackson Arnold stay clean, or is he going to be scrambling, tired, and just throwing stuff up? That's his youth. Then take over at that point in time. Same thing with Nico. Are y'all going to be on bumper, belt to ass, and he's going to have to? All right, I gotta. Just the first time I'm really getting hit in the mouth, and now he's having to
Correct.
move. But
Um,
we protect him by having establishing a very good run game where you guys then thin that box out. I mean, pack that box out, go out, and it's fast passes on the outside, it's screens on the outside. It's tight end comes in, you're gonna read the play action, everybody's gonna dive, tight end over top, Nimrod over the top, people like that. So score predictions. I it's hard to give accurate. I want to say we win
super
by
hard
two
because
possessions. I want to say it, but I don't know. It's our first game against a tough opponent, so it's hard to say it. I'd like to say I'd bet it at 2-score game. I think we can get it up to 2-score game, but it all depends on what
it's
version of
crazy.
Oklahoma we're seeing.
Yeah, it's crazy because that was a literally perfect because it's 50-50 either way, depending
Mhm.
on I guess who shows up.
Yeah,
So it can easily be a runaway and it can easily be a close game. That's the crazy part about it.
I got
Um
Tennessee winning either way, but I have either a close game where it's coming down to nitty gritty and the youth takes over. Somebody has to make a mistake late, and then the other team capitalizes, or it's a runaway. And then we're just Tennessee establishes dominance and the crowd's out of it. Because a lot of people say, oh, Oklahoma's crowd. Where's that crowd at versus Tulane? Where's that crowd at versus Houston? They did
no,
not seem
really.
they did not seem bothered by it by any means. So a lot of people say, man, Nico's going to be crazy. The other teams didn't seem too bothered by it. But it is a night game and it is prime time, and people know Josh Heupel's coming back. So the love's going to be there. Then the hate is going to be like, okay, we love you. Hey, welcome back, hype. And then it's going to be booze and
I
everything
will
else.
say that on Twitter for all week, Oklahoma has been trending. Is Tennessee, I believe, has like a couple days in there, but all week Oklahoma has been trending on. I think the community is trying to gather for this game to make it as rowdy and as loud as they can for Tennessee coming in because they know that how it's looked, it would be a lopsided win for Tennessee. So to I guess, try to get that rowdiness to affect Tennessee as much as they can. I think they will show up. I think Brent Venables has called him out. Danny Stutzman's called him out. Danny Stutzman went on and said, "Where was y'all at second half for Tulane? Like it just died down." And that's why I say like the environment in Oklahoma ain't as noisy as I would like it to be. It is. You are in a different state. It is pretty far. So yes, it will be Tennessee fans there, but how many Tennessee fans? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like if Oklahoma was to come to Tennessee. I It's two people I know here, and I'm one of them. And I live in Tennessee right now. That's an Oklahoma fan. So as far as it being the crowd definitely needs to get in it for it to be a game. My score
Tennessee
prediction will
travels
definitely.
well. I will say that Tennessee travels well. Look at
Yes, I do
LSU.
have.
We went down
I'm
there.
a
We turned Death Valley orange. We travel well.
yes. So I'm a bartender and I had a couple guests that are Tennessee fans. Their son's a Texas fan, crazy enough. And they're going to the game and they was telling me like it was expensive. It was crazy expensive. They said that I think like the Manning brothers ended up buying out a lot of real estate down there and turning the hotels upside down. And like I think it was like 2,000 a night for a hotel. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But to give a score prediction, I would say it's tough. I'll say 26. I want to say under this, but I'm gonna say 26, 32. I'm gonna say 26-31, Oklahoma. And that's because I can't go. Like, I'll never go again. I don't care if we was playing Dallas Cowboys. I'm not gonna say Dallas Cowboys gonna beat us. So, and Dallas is my other team, but I just like Oklahoma the most. So, I think in order for Oklahoma to win this, they have to at least have 28 points. I think they have to at least have 28, and that's the minimum. You muted, Tom. Yeah, you muted. You still muted. It say your mic is off. It's off, bud. You gone, dog. Now your camera off. Well, anyway, while Tom gets situated, let's present some stuff. Let's present some stuff. All right. So we're gonna go here. Let's go here. Boom. All right. Now, I'm not saying that Oklahoma has no chance, just to clear that up. I think that they definitely do. I think it's just a tough one. I think it's a tough one by default, right? I mean, Oklahoma's looked how they look, Tennessee's looked how they look. So, the obvious, I guess, kind of jumps out at the screen. But at the same time, who do you think is more poised under these things? And I'm talking about as a quarterback, as a team, as a coach. Who's more poised under these big environments? Brent Venable, this is his third year. I don't even know how long Josh Heupel been there, but Josh Heupel's been to the SEC. He knows how rowdy it is. He knows how physical it is. It's one of those things. Can you overcome a road game for Heupel? And that will be the test for as far as how they get the win, if they get the win. You know what I'm saying? So it's it ain't the best, but it's what I mean. We gotta do what we gotta do. So let me try to get this video up for y'all. Screen. No. Share. No, don't hide chat. Hey, he might have to do this. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm in here just trying to talk. I'm gonna keep it a bean. It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. Alrighty. Yeah, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. You ever know what, like, you ever seen that SpongeBob show where it was like, whenever they left, Sandy? No, it wasn't. It was the Martin show when Martin left Gina on the radio by herself. And she didn't know what to say. That's me. I'm her, and she is me. I ain't lying. Help me! I'm panicking. A little bit. A little bit. I'm panicking. I can't get the pull up. It is what it is. Well, I don't know what happened to Tom, but I guess that's a show. I can't sit here and stall no longer. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Hope y'all have a great night. Respectfully.
Oh, I think I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. That's wild. I got kicked out, came back. Hold on, let's call it. Well, see if we can get it back. Get it, finish this up, y'all. My bad. Verizon just decided to go out on me. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I don't know what happened with the Wi-Fi there. I'm glad you guys are back still. Either we're gonna get my bed out. Tennessee, I feel like we have the opportunity right here. If there's a game of the year we have to establish ourselves, this is the game we have to get established in. You have your markers throughout the year. What markers will be for you to determine how your team's going to turn out. And I think this is our marker game for Tennessee. We have Florida, you have Alabama, Georgia, but I think this one, if you beat Oklahoma at Oklahoma, you beat them pretty decently. You beat them by 10. You don't have to go out and blow them out. You just beat them solidly. Florida has no chance. Arkansas has no chance. Alabama at home, then it starts looking a lot more in our favor. And after what we've seen from Georgia last week, it's iffy with Georgia because they don't always look the best. We look at them in the past. Kentucky played them close a few years back. Georgia turned around and won the ship. So it's hard to determine how Georgia's going to be until you play Georgia. Georgia's just one of those teams. They're going to give you the best when it's time to give you the best. They always manage to win. That's why you don't bet the over with Georgia. Don't bet the over, bet the under, because they'll find a way to win, but they're going to keep it close at that. So there's a marker for Tennessee. This is the marker game for us. I feel our marquee game to establish that, hey, it's not just an NC State, it's not just a Chat State, it's not just a Kent State. We are a legitimate threat in the SEC. We could say we're back. I'm hoping for another one of these to pop up. I ain't gonna get that far yet. 98, it's looking good, but I don't know if we're to that point just yet. We can be. If we can get the ball rolling, we can establish that, right? So I'll say for this one, I'm looking at a 35-17 type game. Maybe a 31-17 type game. Oklahoma can score. They have the talent to score. But the problem is stopping us from scoring, keeping Jackson Arnold clean. Can they keep him clean? Or is he going to panic? We're going to send heat at him. That's inevitable. We're going to send pressure. Joseph's, James Pierce. These people are going to be coming. Keenan Pili, he's a good one. Boo Carter, we have been sending him like a madman off the edges. He's quick and he's coming off the edge.
I can't wait till he get exposed. I can't wait till he get exposed.
He's small,
dog.
dude. He's fast. He's fast. That's the only thing about him.
Deion Burke's fast.
It's hard to tell because we got to see. He's not. We don't play him deep a lot. We play him on the edge to blitz.
Play him in like cheater. Okay, yeah. Let me pull this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, 6 minutes until the live. So
cool. They said no, not today anyway. So straight.
Yeah.
They said tomorrow.
So I don't know why it wouldn't let me pull up when you was gone. Maybe you gotta allow it. Can you allow that, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy. All right. So look, this looks like, boy, good God Almighty. Anyway, this looks like a spread Tennessee offense. That's the most spread that I could find. So now looking at, you have 3 receivers over here and 1 over here, right? You have your running back. So this is what I think Oklahoma can't do. 6 in a box. I think this is what's not going to work, right? I think one of these guys has to fall back and play in here. And I'm saying that because Oklahoma needs somebody to spy this person. That person being Nico. Now, can they run the ball? Yes. Can Oklahoma slow them down more than they've been slowed down this season? Of course, they can. But what are you going to give up? You're going to give up the throw. You're going to give up the run. Oklahoma's more run heavy this year. Or Tennessee is more run heavy this year. But I think that their passing game is, if not 60-40, literally it's damn near neck and neck. So what does Oklahoma do here? This guy here, I think we can't give him this much space. If we have people playing on top of us, why are we giving him 8 yards? I think not Tennessee, yes, they have better receivers than Houston, but we cannot give them all this because if I'm Josh Heupel, boy, if you don't go on the bubble and get you 10 yards every time.
That's exactly what's going to happen. This guy here is going to the guy there. He's going to bump in, or he's going to bump out. He's going to come right behind Brew McCoy or Dante Thornton, and now your guy
Yes.
here has to find his way around. He's the first guy. The outside corner is going to get caught up. The inside guy then has to determine to make the best pursuit angle because he's going to bounce on both sides, and now it's a speed. It's a foot race at that point in time. Am I going to get wide? By then, I've already got 5-6 yards. And then we're going to get back on the ball again. And guess what? We're only going to have 5 down linemen because we're going to have another dude stacked on the other side. So now the box even more thin. Or we're going to have our wide receiver bump out, and we're going to have a quads look or a trips look out there wide. 2 back, 1 for the screen setup. So
okay, go back to it. So now that we have a bigger picture, what happens here for, let's say, oh, perfect. Okay. What does Oklahoma do here? Now, if they run the ball, it's stuffed. But if they pass the ball, they have so many options, right? So we watch Houston here. Of course, it's in slow motion because I watch everything back in slow motion. Boom. We're sending people. But if you see, we're playing so far back, who's open? This dude right here. Every time. And that's what we did with Houston. Houston's quarterback did not throw well that last week. I made a video on it. It's on our shorts. It's on TikTok.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at his body. His toes are pointed towards the sideline. His arms wide. He's just throwing crap. Nico would have been squared up, dot in there, and look how loose. Go ahead and play it. Look how loose his ball comes out. I know it's in slow mo. I know people say it's go slow. Look how loose his ball is. Wobbly, 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 high. Has to catch it and run.
But that's the thing.
Nico would have been toes in, squared up, beamed it in by then. And
that goes back to my point. We cannot give this man 8 yards off the ball because let's say we're afraid Nico's going to bomb us deep, right? Whatever. We're going to sell out on the run. At the end of the day, we have to stop this team. We don't have to slow them down. We have to stop them to win because our offense is not good enough to keep up. So we have to stop them. So we're playing Kendall Doby right here, who is back this week. Thank God. We're playing him 8-9 yards off the ball. Cannot, because at the end of the day, quick out, bubble screen, hitch. Just like this dude did up here, right? We cannot sit here and give these dudes 30 yards of space because all he has to do is dink, dink, dink. You keep hitting somebody for 6-7 yards a play, eventually they're going to find the end zone, right? So going back to what you said, we play this back. What happens? Everybody bails. We send the blitz. The blitz was extremely late, in my opinion. Boom. We have a dude at the top. He has a quick out. That's 5-6 yards, 7 yards, easy every time. Every time. We simply cannot.
Now that guy is making a tackle on a 6'4", 6'5", 230-pound receiver. Right? A Dante Thornton who's 6'6", a Brubacore who's 6'4". Like they're having to make that open field tackle against a dude who's a lot bigger than them, who's going to fall forward a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying?
So
now you have to do that.
That's the thing. I'll get back to that when that's over with. Yeah. But that's the thing is Kendall Doby's like 5'8". I think he's listed at 5'9". His cap.
He's going to get absolutely bullied by these dudes on those screens.
But this is the thing. And coming back to what I was saying is another play from OU here is why this dude just came off of a 30-40% completion rate at their last game. So why are we giving them all this room? Look at all this room we giving. Now, granted, it is 40 seconds left. I get that. But why play conservative? Look at this receiver. This nigga don't even got gloves on. And I'm dead serious. He don't even got gloves on. So why is we respecting this man, fool? This dude, nobody's in front of him. Let's say that he's watching him, right? I don't even know who that is. It look like Kip Lewis. Let's say Kip Lewis is watching him. Or if not, then we got Robert Spears-Jennings, who's 35,000 feet off the ball. So what? But this is a good thing about Oklahoma is Oklahoma's going to need tremendous speed for this one. So what do we do here? Oklahoma's physical at the line. They try to run it. They got to get there. Because why? Look at all this. Look at all this real estate. You think that's Dylan Sampson? No.
He gets hauling boogie out of there. You leave Dylan Sampson like that? Bro, it's hauling boogie out of there.
We are giving way too much room, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Is like, why though? Why are we giving 30, 40 yards? Lord have mercy. Why are we giving 30, 40 yards of play? Like, look at that. So if we play Nico like this, they're going to do one or two things. What I would do is if we're giving y'all this room, which I think they're going to do for some odd reason, when we have two safeties back. Now, I get if we don't have two safeties back, then keep everybody back. But if we got over top, bro, why are we so far? Yeah. So
you do that.
What I would do,
Dylan Sampson or Son Bishop, they gashing you.
Exactly.
Sampson.
So why are we? And this looks like Tennessee's offense a lot right here. Look at this. We have a safety over top here. We got Billy Bowman here. And it looks like, I can't tell. That looks like Kendall Doby here. Now, we're giving them all this room with a great D-line, with an offense that's minimum, probably worse than ours. But we giving them all this space. Like, pressure this man. I get it's 20 seconds left in the half. I get that. Boom. Let's see what happens here. This is where we need speed to come in because all they're doing is running quick. And Nico, what is Nico like? Over the middle. That is what he loves. Over the middle. Kip Lewis missed the tackle. Dane Stutzman ain't though. Oh, yeah, he did. So it's one of the things where we gotta like, and I get this ain't about the defense this week. I mean, it is. It surely is. But primarily the focus is on the offense that needs to improve. So it's just one of those things where we have to be disciplined, very disciplined, and stay in contact with these dudes.
Yeah, I say that. But size is going to be a huge factor right here. I'm gonna pull this up so I can make sure I'm speaking facts and not just speaking out the side of my neck here. That's and we gotta get a little get back. I've been looking at your chats, not you, Oklahoma fans. They've been talking cash money. They have been talking cash money. Pass, we run Tennessee right now. We're 2-0 in the present history. We go historically. I think like 4-1,
3-1,
3-1,
3-1, 3-1.
So I'm looking at you guys' roster, and I'm gonna pull it up on Speaking Facts here, right? We're gonna
Please.
Let me get a little screen share right here, my boy. Present. Bombs.
That water was so cold, fool. I try to act like it wasn't. I try to hit my teeth.
All right. Now we're looking here on this, and as I scroll down, we look at the average size of your guys, right? Your DBs is what we really need to focus on. Average height.
Our D line is big. Is big.
But you're gonna be hitting 6'5", 6'6" receivers.
I get that,
boys, Brazo, and look at the DBs. That's what I'm saying. This here, 5'9", 6 foot, 5'10", 5'10", 5'10". Really, these guys are sitting more like 5'8", right? You look at your seniors. You might get a taller one here. You might get another one here, but these are the freshmen. So they're
So
not
okay,
NC
let me.
State.
All right, so no, hold on. So go down. I'll tell you who you need to look out for because these are the starters.
Billy
Kendall
Bowman.
Dobie. Yeah. So Peyton Bowen,
Yep.
Kendall Dobie. I mean Peyton Bowen, Billy Bowman right there. Kendall Dobie.
Mm-hmm.
So those are safeties. Not too much matters. Billy Bowman's Billy Bowman at the end of the day. Peyton Bowen, dog as well. Billy Bowman about 5'9", Peyton Bowen about 5'10". Kendall Dobie about 5'9". Now if you go to I seen the name, but I forgot. Reggie Powers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listed at 5'11". I think he about 5'10", 5'11". Our corners. Gentry Williams is
Gentry
out.
Williams. He's
Woody
gone.
Washington
Mm-hmm.
and Kanai Walker will be your starting corners.
And he's probably sitting more like 185, 190. He's probably sitting 6 foot, 195. These dudes, he's going up against the Brew McCoys, the Dante Thorntons, and we're going to pull up Tennessee's. These are solid fucking dudes, and they're screening. That's what it's designed for, to hit you with those screens, and now you're one-on-one as a 5'9" DB getting bodied by somebody. You're watching out for that, and that's what we're going to throw it fast, so it's going to come right in your face, right? Pause. We have let's get him in here. Nathan Leacock, 6'3". He's a solid dude, right? Brew McCoy, 6'3", 230. Chaz Nimrod, 6'3". Dante Thornton, 6'5". Where's he at? Brasville, 6'5". These are big dudes to try to get around. Caleb Well, 6'3". These are big dudes you're having to try to get around, and they're hitting you on those screens, on those quick ones. So size is going to matter.
But I will say this though. I will say this: the weight doesn't matter that much because how it's distributed. Who do we say? What is the number one rule in football? Low man wins. Yeah, and I'm not talking about height.
But that's if we're hitting. We're blocking now, so it's different. We're open field.
That's what I'm saying.
So you got to blow past me.
I seen Brew McCoy was like 212 or 214 right there. 6'3".
Yeah, now, Bruce strong. He's strong. Even though he's 230. Bruce 230. He's sitting up there. He ain't 215. Bruce sitting about
who was 214? Somebody was like 212.
Brazel. So Chris Brazel 6'5".
I think Thornton or something. Thornton was like
Dante
6'5".
Thornton. Yeah, he's 6'5". He's slim.
So yeah, he like Slim Reaper. So yeah, they're tall. But if I'm low and we have Kanai Walker who's sitting at 202, we have Woody Washington sitting at 195. Yes, it matters. Height matters, yes. But center of gravity is a hell of a thing.
But it's different. I just got to get in your way because you're not going to blow him up. More than likely, you're not going to blow him up. It's enough to where he slows you down, and then you have a 4-3 type back coming behind you. You have a squirrel, right, who's low 4-3s coming behind on the
screen. You know what, nigga? I'll tell you one thing. If this is the thing about BV. If you're doing screens, they're gonna know. They're gonna know a screen is coming. Like Daddy Stutzman has seen this. He knows. Now, this is what's gonna take. They have to get that read in immediately because Tennessee is going fast. But if a screen comes, they know. And I want to say,
but do they? The way it's designed, it is hidden very well. It's let me see if I can it's hidden very well. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's Big Six. I wish I could find the highlights. It's hidden very well because of the way the design is set up, they're already spread out wide, but they will run it. They're spread out wide, and it might not be a normal screen. It might be a pitch, a stop and go, where it's more of a pick route. So if you come in, you biting hard on the screen, the pick route. Oh shoot, he's coming quick. I don't need to bump him. I'm gonna go right behind him. It's more of a pick route. It's not a design screen at that point in time. So
the thing is about pick routes is it's 50-50. Yeah. And I mean 50-50 on a penalty because they're so hard to execute and very little teams do it a lot. Like a lot. Now, I'll be impressed if you hit, Oklahoma with I don't know, a screen that breaks off for 20 yards. I'll be impressed because I don't think that's something that they normally do. Now, if you come in and I think y'all are going to do a lot of misdirection. I think that's what y'all going to hang y'all's hat on. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Let me see. I'm gonna show you what I'm about to do. Let me share this. And people are like, dang, y'all been going for an hour. This is the game. Like, yes, we're going for a long time.
I don't
y'all.
care.
This is the game.
It's
All right. So here it is. Here's how we're coming. We're spread out. Look at this. So you have him here, tight end here, 2 receivers, and you're back, right?
Y'all pull y'all's tackles a lot.
Oh. Look at that. Hold on. Can I just slow it down like that? You had that joint going slow, bro. Mine is going 1,000,000 miles an hour. Take it back. Look at this setup with it. They're so spread out. And what do you expect? Yes, it could be a run here, but it could also be a pass. And look how far back these guys are playing on second down.
It's literally
gotta
you're inside the 10. What are you respecting? Speed? Where are they gonna run to? Why are you so far back?
He's gonna come here as well. I would expect him to come up, slant, this guy to bubble right behind him. You gotta respect it. But why are you so far back? Like, why are you scared? All right, let's keep going. We scored on that one clearly. D-Samp, all speed. Pick 6. That's fine. It happens. Now look at this. This is what y'all are going to have to worry about with Tennessee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide, 3 on one side, spread out. And look, they want to stack the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the box right here. We only got.
I'd have cut the cable to your house.
Why?
Just cause. And don't text me either, nigga. Don't text me. Because you know I hate that.
Look at this right here, man. Look at this. So, what is Nico looking at here? And this is what y'all gonna have to do. You're gonna have to stack because Nico's a threat on his feet. You can't just go, okay, we're gonna.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna go man. You can't because guess what? If you go man, Nico bones out. Nico cribs it. If you try to put a hat on a hat, Nico cribs you. So, and I didn't even realize that was going to happen when I played. This is exactly what I was saying. You try to put a hat on a hat, you go man right there. Nico cribs it on you in that point in time. And that's what you have to be aware of. Now, would Danny Stutzman been in the middle allow something like that? I don't know.
Perfect.
And look, another play right here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They were
Oklahoma's they're not gonna stack the box like that. There's no reason for it.
They were expecting a run right here, right? Over the top. And this right here is what you have to do. I'm glad I found this one. This is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get pressure on Nico and make mistakes like this, and you're going to have to capitalize. Like you said in the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
we said that. You got to capitalize when you get a mistake. And look at this, they sent pressure. You got to send it. Look at all these people in the box. They sent heat. They weren't going to let them sit back there. Sit heat.
So,
boom.
So as I was saying, as the screenplays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going screenplays,
my bad. Oh
no.
Okay,
screenplays.
Yeah.
So let me pull it up for you. This was exactly what I was talking about. It's literally one play. So
screenplay.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I think this might be a screenplay, but I'm not sure. We'll come back to this one. Remove for now. Go ahead.
All right. So right here, Danny Stutzman is a master manipulator. Right here, D. I hate how far they're playing off, but what does Houston do? Look what Houston does right here. They're trying a receiver screen. Danny gets this play call, and he knows he's calling. Boom. We play here. What does my corner do right here? It don't matter how big they are. Shut it down. What's on the backside? Two dogs coming.
Yeah.
So it's something where we have
but
to.
You gotta remember, our screens aren't halfback screens; they're wide receiver screens. So it's 2 out there. He turns, throws it. So it's a lot harder for you to come all the way down here because it's not a halfback screen we're running. It's a wide receiver.
And I get
screen.
that.
Yeah.
And I get that. what I want you to know is
It's
they're
technically it's
going.
RPO. It's RPO. They run
I
like that.
I believe they're going to sniff that out. Do I think it gets them once? Yeah, of course. I mean, they're playing far off the ball. I would have tried it 4 or 5 times a game, but I think for the most part, I don't think it controls the game. I think what not Houston, but Tennessee does here, instead of, or what I would do. This is what I do. I've literally watched this probably 6 times. I see him creeping like this, I'm faking it. That boy gone to the end zone. Or what I would
Yeah.
do,
I see he bump it down, and I think Tennessee reads that too. We see like, hey, in the film, if he starts creeping down, don't stop.
yeah.
Hold
And
it
this is
and go.
back to, and this is perfect because what's in the box? 5. What do we
Mm-hmm.
have over the top? So this was Billy Bowman's dude right here. He goes across. Billy is now helping down, or should be helping down. So if Billy's helping down here, he takes him. He takes him. They do a lot of switch. So what I would do if I was Tennessee and I seen this, I'll just counter this with a QB right on the backside instead
Yeah,
of,
and Nico
because
can't force that throw. Go ahead and play it.
you can't force that throw. I
You
wouldn't even
look
have it. I would
and
have
look,
this as a
it's so
distraction.
bad. This guy he's trash. He's so focused and not trying to play it off, look it off. He immediately turns. He's like, I'm committing to this. Nico would
So,
have,
but what?
the way his body is, he's long enough, he can look, okay, that's not going to happen. Does he
Yeah,
do that? I
this
don't know.
dude is Nico's height. This dude's
Yeah.
Nico's height. So
But
he's
the
6'5",
skill,
or
there's a
six, I
skill
think he might be
difference.
6'6".
Yeah,
But
there's a skill difference. I will
yeah,
say
it
that.
is. But what I'm saying is, when you're looking in for the snap and you don't expect him to come down that quick to jump that,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, you can be caught off guard with that. I mean, it's boom. He doesn't know. It's over with. And so on the backside, we have a sack.
Yeah.
Dominique Williams, TCU, that we needed severely. Boy is a man child. Boy is a man child. That's what we need.
Yeah.
And this dude right here, 32, that boy
Mm-hmm.
off the chain. That
But
boy
and look at this. If we look at this angle right here, we got 5 in the box. That's a hat on the hat.
yes.
Nico sees a hat on the hat right here. You don't call that screen. You call audible, have the running back as goes, hey,
But
Oski,
that's
whatever you
about
need to call. You gotta
being young though, Tom. That's what being young starts to, and he's away.
well, it's not
He's
even a matter
young.
of
He's
being young.
away.
It's a matter of I have 15 seconds where my coach has seen they only got 5 in the box. Running back, scrap the screen. I have my running back do a hitch, have Danny Stutzman bite on the running back, and that was 5 on 4. I get yards with the quarterback.
It's
That
gonna be
receipt.
tricky.
How he had to honor it. Look, 28's eyes went to the running back. He had to honor it. You scrap that, have your lineman not go upfield because the lineman had to run upfield. Watch this. Look at him right there. His eyes went to the running back. These linemen don't climb. See, look, the linemen had to climb. They bumped and they were going to climb upfield to get ready for the screen.
But they can't climb. They can't climb.
Because they climb. They're going. Look, they're at the ready, and they're at the second level. They're going. These dudes went
because you have time to climb. Say that screen comes out, and bro, if I was a coordinator, I promise you, I'd be lighting people up. So if it's me and I see this, it's so many ways you can manipulate this. I would literally run the same exact thing that another team that y'all have played ran. But I'm going out here for him. I'm sending this play. He the one catching the ball. He ain't got nothing to do with it. I just need you to get out the way. I need you to get out the way. I'm catching the ball right here with this dude. Or I'm sending this quarterback on a counter this way. Billy Bowman has to come up right here. You already have backside help. He's gone, bro. It's nothing you're doing but playing the middle of the field. I get that, but you got to come down a little bit and see that.
But the difference between y'all, them, Houston, and Tennessee, look, go back and pause it. And I want you to, there's something I want you to see right here. Look where Houston's lined up. Look where their widest man is on the field. The widest man is only at the numbers. I'm going to pull us to the stage. Look how wide Tennessee's widest man is. You ready for this? Look at this. This is the widest man at the edge. He's at the boundary.
That's why I said
man.
they literally use the entire
Every
width of the
inch
field.
we can get. And now look at this. And they're stacked in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, there's 8 if you consider him being in the box. 8 men in the box. And watch how this goes for them. All those people in the box. Need this. All those people in the box. They were so focused on the outside. Everybody's eyes immediately went to this way over here. They have to look this way to honor it. Is Tennessee going to fake this and throw the screen? Their eyes have to shift that way. You got to honor it. Eyes shift. People make shit. See, look, this guy's like, hold on, let me slow down this Nico habit. And you cribbing it. We have elite running backs. Houston ain't got elite running backs. We got running backs that are going to make something shake on that outside. So that's going to be the difference maker for us. And this, I want to say, this is fourth quarter. Was that Nico in the game? Yeah, Nico's still in right there. Yeah. That's going to be the difference maker for you guys. You got to keep this up for 4 quarters. They're coming like this for 4 quarters, sprinting you out wide, making you sprint for it. You know, at the beginning of the podcast, I was on the list, and now is when I get the true opinion in there. Tennessee is going to spread you guys out, and you're going to have to earn it at this point in time. You're going to have to run it this whole time. Danny Sussman is going to have to be the star he is. 4 quarters. Peyton Bowen's have to be on this game for 4 quarters. You're going to have to watch it beat because, one, we got 5 to 6 running backs. They got about 3 different groups. So I said 6 running backs. I mean, wide receivers that are elite, and they're quick. So as we're going fast, he's tired. He comes out. We've already shifted another group in. And in each one of those groups, we have 1 elite running back. So the first group, you got a Brew McCoy. Second group, you got a Dante Thorne. Third group, you got Brazzle. Right? You got these guys that are elite in each group that are mixed in. And you got your Squirrel White, who's quick to come over the middle with it. I think that's the difference maker.
Like I said,
I think this score where it's at right now is going to be the score. This 37-10. This is probably what it looks like. Oklahoma, Tennessee in the fourth quarter, roughly. Maybe 31. I'm not going. Y'all are a way better team. Maybe a 31-10 type game.
It can be like that. It can.
So, and now, but it could also be way different. It could be a shift. Cody, what happened to your fingernail, bro? What do you mean?
I know. I gotta get this. I gotta get the orange off. I'm tripping. I did it for Halloween.
Orange. Yeah, he did it for Tennessee. What up, Miguel? What up? That's the barber, man. I told you we're gonna get some bets in. Make sure you stay in here. We'll get those bets in, our picks in for the weekend, right towards the end of it. But no, it definitely can be a 31-10, or it'll be a 21-17, 21-10, 17-10. It could be like that, right? And it just all depends on how we're both coming out. I definitely see Tennessee winning this game. Moneyline Tennessee all day. And they're going to get you a lot. You could take Moneyline Tennessee. He's like, hey, man, how's it going for Tennessee? How's it going for Tennessee? Yeah, man. I know. He's going for Tennessee. The orange and white. Have flat. Show it one more time. Let me.
Nah, I'm cool.
This is my money. I can't. Give me my money.
I'll do something different. I'll do something different.
It's all right. It's all balls, man. Give me my money. That's where it's at right now. So I definitely feel that we have the ability to make this a 14-2 score game. Do I feel like that? No, I'll take a 9.5 to keep it safe. I'll take 9.5. What's the spread? 7, 6.5, 7 right now? Definitely
7.5.
Definitely picking Tennessee to cover that. Now, if you want to try to get some money off of it to really make your bet on the other end, I'll take a 10 and I'll take the 9.5. I mean, maybe take a 14, possible. But that's if you're feeling frisky, because this is a solid Oklahoma team. Anything can happen at any point in time. I'm not going to speak any. I was about to say something crazy, and I'm not even going to waste my time saying that, because knock on wood. Let me not.
No, say something crazy.
Well, I would say if Nico goes down, or the people behind him, it ain't it. So Merklinger, the rest, they ain't it. He's Schuler, I think.
Ain't that who you using your dynasty right now?
It ain't it.
Merklinger?
That's the reason why he gets traded out in my dynasty. He ain't it. Bronner. It's another dude, Bronner. He comes in mind.
I'm definitely, by the way, taking that chip this season.
Possible. CFB is a hell of a game, but no. As we go through, let's push through. So we beat a dead horse. And Tennessee's going to win this one, close or spread, Lord knows. But Tennessee will win this one. I'll take a money line. Now, for the rest of these games, this is really because everybody's like, oh, it's open. Technically, SEC play opened up last week with Georgia, Kentucky, LSU, South Carolina. Now really opened up SEC play. The slate we have for this weekend, we hadn't got our bets in a lot this year, but we're gonna get some in for this weekend. We got Illinois over Nebraska. Nebraska is rolling. Dylan Raiola is everything and more, right? He is what he was touted to be, and I love it.
I told you they was gonna smack Colorado, didn't I?
Man, I knew they was gonna do it. I didn't know it was gonna be that bad. All right, so we got Illinois over Nebraska. Nebraska. I'm taking a money line on that. Spread is 7.5. Nebraska. I'm feeling like they will cover the spread on that one. I'd be willing to take the spread on Nebraska right there, 7.5 to cover. I won't bet the over. I don't think they're both going to be scoring that much, but I would definitely take the spread.
Look at who Illinois has played.
So Illinois, they are 3-0. It's a solid team. Illinois has played EIU. Nobody.
Kansas.
Kansas is a solid team. Don't sleep on this win. Don't sleep on this win. And Central Michigan. But that win, though it only be by 6, it's a good win right there. But Nebraska, Raiola, they're bringing Nebraska back to where they should be at. So I like Nebraska to win it. I'd bet the under. If you don't want to bet the spread and want to bet the money, I'd bet the under on that game.
42.5 in Nebraska.
I bet the under. I bet money line for sure. Nebraska on the money line. He's rolling. He's cooking with grease right now. I'll give him that. How you feeling?
What is it? Nebraska 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois might cover that, honestly.
So?
If they stop Kansas' offense, if they stop Kansas' offense, they can do it against Nebraska.
They can hang with Nebraska. Yeah,
they can slow their offense down. Don't forget, Dylan is a freshman, true freshman. So I think I like for. I don't think I'm touching it, but if I had to bet,
I didn't bet on this one, honestly.
I say Nebraska wins money line.
Actually,
I say money line.
So that's a safe bet. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
money line is a safe bet. Money line or under, it's a safe bet on that one. I'd say money line is definitely a safe bet for Nebraska at home because Illinois is 8 p.m. nighttime in Nebraska. That's a tough environment to play in Illinois. I don't know if they're big game material type of people, and it plays tomorrow, Friday. Marshall of Ohio State. I got them 39.5. Do they cover 39 over? Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do 39. I say they beat them by like 37. They've been rolling slow. It's like 35 game. I don't pick them to cover that. I don't think they do. Ohio State has been starting slow. They've had some games where they've gotten up there. If we look at this last one right here, they started slow. Arkansas. Yeah. Western Michigan, nobody.
Ohio State covers.
You think they cover at 39.5? I think this would be the one where they don't. It's 39 is low though. It's not a 42. It's not in the 40s. Jesus Christ, my kids are up there just doing backflips in the room at this point in time. You pick them to cover? Take them to cover then. 39.5 money line for sure, 100%.
I'm not touching it. It's too lopsided.
You think it's
too because lopsided? I'm not doing money lines. It's way too lopsided. It's probably like 2,400.
Yeah, you get it's minus 100%. So if you're gonna take it for them to cover the spread.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, NC State, Clemson.
This is the one. NC State looked really bad against Tennessee. Clemson has not looked great against anybody.
I don't know if I pick Clemson to cover.
I'd pick money line, but with that 18.5.
Man, yeah, I'll take Clemson cover. I forgot it's NC State. They ain't nobody, fool. They literally little kid school. They just got washed.
They're the little brother of North Carolina.
Come on,
Duke and Chapel Hill is better. So you taking Clemson 18.5 spread?
Yeah. I'm taking Clemson cover. I think they win by 21.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't care about Archie State. They're known to upset. I don't care about this game. Iowa State wins at money line. Kent
They
State gets
covered.
washed by Penn State. Penn State isn't as elite as Tennessee. I'd be careful betting that spread on that one.
Hey, I'm not betting the spread. Now,
I'd
there's
say,
3:30 p.m. on CBS. That's really what we'll get into.
yeah. So
So
Penn
we got
State does not
USC,
cover
Michigan.
hold on, put that out there. Kent State does not cover this 49 spread. So bet
Kent
the
State or Penn State?
Penn State does not beat them by 49. They're not that good.
Okay, I can
All
see
right.
that.
USC, Michigan.
I got USC covering the spread.
Okay. Oh
I
yeah.
got them
Michigan
covering the
is
spread.
overrated.
Easy money. That's
Texas,
my lock of the week.
Yeah, Texas exposed them. Okay, I'll give you that. Lock of the week. Let's go this lock of the week.
Lock
And
of the
I'm
week is
gonna
they
take
cover the
that.
spread.
Yeah, USC covers that spread. Bet it, lock it up, make you some easy money. I know me and Miguel were talking. He likes some of the bigger ones. Illinois to cover. He got Illinois to cover. Illinois to cover.
That's what I said. I said Illinois to cover. Miguel.
Yeah, Nebraska can never see defense like this. You're right, Miguel.
Illinois to cover.
Miguel, the homie. Miguel cut the hair, man. It cut you up in the barber. There, Miguel. I slid in the seat and got cut up. I give him that. Hey, shout out to my barbershop. Hey,
fucks you up real good.
Nah, they fade your boy up. I give him to him. USC
what, he better than me?
Don't make me do this on live, man.
Hey, is he better than me?
I gotta go back there to get haircuts. You should get me gapped up. We're gonna come out of their head,
bro. It's a lot of barbers out here doing.
It's a lot of barbers out here in these streets. There's a lot of barbers. USC, Michigan. Yep, take your lock on that. USC to cover the spread. That is a lock bet. USC wins. Michigan is overrated this year. LSU, UCLA. LSU has to bounce back. They got to make some shape. They had a really good game. They lost USC first game of the year. Then turn around with South Carolina. Should have lost that. LSU should be 3-0 right now. Technically, no, that should be in 2 ways. South Carolina should beat them. Those penalties screw South Carolina up.
Yeah, LSU, they had to do a comeback win right there.
Yeah, LSU takes this one over UCLA. I don't know about 22.5. I'd bet money line if you're just trying to put one in to get a big parlay. I'd take money line. Notre Dame, Miami, Ohio. That's a gimme.
I'd probably take them minus 28. They was pissed about that NIU loss.
Yeah, so I'm saying that's a gimme. This is a gimme. They're going to beat. It's going to be another Purdue type game. I guess. I think they're on a revenge tour right now. Georgia Tech, Louisville. Now this is what I want to speak on. Georgia Tech is sneaky good. They are a team that can inflict some damage on you. So that's what
they lose to.
They lost not Cuse. This is Syracuse. Yeah. They lost Syracuse by 3. So and then at Syracuse by 3. And won Florida State by 3. Georgia State established dominance. So that's one you gotta watch out for.
I don't know too much about Louisville this
season.
Not
that's why I'm not touching this one. But if you want to make some money, take Georgia Tech money line. I'm just saying it could be an upset. I'd bet it separate from your parlay. Just take a money line just to get a little side bet in.
Let's go to this Utah-Oklahoma State game.
Yeah.
Who you got this game? I'm curious to see what you say because
Cam Rising.
Is he coming back?
Bro has been in and out these streets.
Bro,
this man can't stay healthy. He can't stay back healthy. This game. Let's see. Cam Rising. Kick off the conference. Let's see. We're gonna see injury reports.
They should come out with their injury report.
Yeah, everybody should have. Yeah, it has to be out by Wednesday. So,
what's today? Thursday. Boy, I'm so hungry, boy.
Let's see. Out. Cam Rising's out. Hand. All right, Utah loses this one.
Hey, I'm taking. I'm taking them to cover.
Yeah, but
I'm
they lose
taking
this one.
Oklahoma State to cover
Yeah,
this.
take Oklahoma State.
Look,
Utah
go
loses
to
this.
Utah's schedule.
Sioux, Baylor, Utah State with Cam Rising.
Yeah. Oklahoma State covers.
Yeah, we've seen how they do, but they had a freshman there. I can't remember Cat's name. He was freshman, sophomore this year, who is sneaky good. Don't sleep on him. So could be an upset right there.
Don't call it a comeback. That boy can't
Vandy,
ride the bed
Missouri.
for 4 years.
All right, Tennessee Junior. Go beat Vandy. I mean, go beat Missouri for us. Missouri beats the dog shit out of Vandy, but we're hoping for an upset there. But Tennessee Junior
Rock
and
out.
Vanderbilt, maybe they can make something shake. But Missouri covers the spread right there. Miami, South Florida. Now, this is a game. It is a game. Miami is a solid team, but South Florida at Ray J, I picked that game. I bet the under on it. Uh, and South Florida to cover the spread right there. I think they lose, but it's by less than 17. They're a good team. They're a sneaky good team.
Yeah, I'll probably take the under on that as well. Not
So
gonna lie. I got
take the
Miami.
under. Yeah, look how they handled with Alabama. They took Alabama to the fourth quarter, 6 minutes left before they got that spread. That's the game you got to watch out for. Our game here, my lock of the week. Excuse me. Tennessee over Tennessee covers, and I'd bump that up. You
They
can
changed it to
do an alternate spread. Have Tennessee at 9.5, or so I think win by 10 points. So take Tennessee 9.5. Lock of the week. That's my lock. Or money line straight up, and then get you as much money line it or 10.5 Tennessee. A&M.
Hold on now.
How you feeling? How you feeling about this here?
This is gonna be my last pick because I'm starving. So I'm gonna say this.
And give an honest. Don't give fans. Give an honest one here, man. Be honest.
Give me Oklahoma if stipulations. If the offense gets going, if the offense is going, I do not see Oklahoma taking the L. If the offense is going. If the offense is going, that's a big if.
So if they don't show what they've shown in the last, if they don't show what they've shown in the last 5 games, 3 this season, 2 last season, the L in the bowl game, if they stray from what they've been showing, somehow Oklahoma pulls one out the ass for the other 2 games of the season. Houston.
Why are you saying somehow like it's just so rare that they're gonna win this game?
It's not so rare. I'm looking at what you've shown against inferior opponents. Tulane.
Our opponents have been harder than your opponents.
They're still not great. We would do the same thing in Houston and Tulane. And we would establish down. We beat them by 30 plus. Both of them. Both of them get 30 dime, 30 piece. Beat. 24 palm, 64 palm. It's pieced up. And my guy?
I'm out this thing. You tripping.
It's
all I'm saying. Ain't been nothing like ours. I'm just gonna say that.
UTC, yes, it's not. Kent State, yes, it's not. NC State is comparable. They are a Power 4 opponent. It's comparable. So last bet, Tennessee. I'm taking them 9.5. Woe got him to win it. Woe got him to win it. So he got to. He's an Oklahoma fan, and we got Oklahoma people here. So again, thank you guys for showing up for the night, man. Who knows? It's been a while. It's been a long time since I seen your smiling face.
I thought you was gonna do something better than that. That wasn't it.
That's a good song though. But no, thank you guys so much for coming to rock with us for a little bit here. There's a lot of podcasts out there spitting the same thing, but not the same way we doing it. And
take these orange nails off.
Woe is a bet for Tennessee this week. You see the orange and white on the nails. Tennessee be rocking all white stormtroopers in Norman. If you don't know, now you know. Tennessee. Unis.
We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. YouTube ban us.
You
Get us off here before he do something stupid.
Get us out of here. We're rocking
Get
the
us out of here.
Storm Trooper. Hey, it's all right. I know you. Woe's a hater, but it's one of those. We're going to Norman, and this is a huge game. It really is. I'm not going to downplay it. All white, just so you can see it.
We've
I'm not
seen it, fool. We know what all white look like. Get me out of here.
I'm not going to listen. I'm finishing on this. I'm not going to downplay the significance of this game. You know, I'm all hype. I'm all balls, but it is our game to lose it. I don't think Oklahoma beats us. I think Tennessee loses this due to inexperience and to making mistakes. I think it's ours to win it. We can put it away, but we can also lose it. Not doing what we're supposed to, not keeping the pressure on, keeping the foot on the throttle. But I don't see that. I don't see it. I think we get it. We run away with it, and we make some shake. When I come back, I want to be calling you during the game, hitting you up, texting you. It's all right. You could block me, but after the game, we sent the lock. We know what you got to do at the end of the game. So I'll be expecting that.
What I got to do at the end of the game?
Oh, we got the lock. You seen the text? I screenshot it, sent it to you. We locked in for that.
When?
Schmoo bet. And in the group text, he'll find it in a moment, y'all. I established last year. I said, hey, we don't know what our teams are looking like.
Oh, $20? Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with it.
We're locked in for a smooth little 20 ball.
I got you. What you want me to do? Send it on a tissue paper after I get finished wiping my ass with y'all ass? Tennessee. You hear me? Do you hear me with the big ass headphones on?
It's about to be belt to ass in Norman, Oklahoma. Tennessee's going to have to need security when they leave this game, y'all, because these fans are going to be pissed because they're leaving in the third quarter. Oklahoma will clear the stadiums out of the third quarter. They're going to be outside ready to fight. It's going to be late. It's going to be nice weather. I think the weather was projected to be 90s, 70s at the low at night. So it's going to be good, clean, clear weather. So they'll be outside in the stadium making weak-ass barbecue that they eat out that way because it ain't Tennessee barbecue.
Bro, why don't we just go? You just want to go?
Man, your boy is now a veteran. Speaking out, holla to your boy. So I got to save the money I got till I start this new job in like 2 weeks. So,
all right, how about this? I'll buy you a plane ticket. We fly out Friday night.
Hey, now.
But you gotta find an Airbnb or something because them hotels expensive.
Well, I'll sleep in a rental car. we'll get an SUV rental, put the seats down, and we'll sleep in the rental car. I don't need a hotel. I don't need some trumped up rental car. Trumped up hotel. I'm gonna be $125 for a rental and sleep in that. Call it a day.
How would we get in? You think people's what's it, Skyping?
There's always scalpers
because they're sold out.
Always scalp. Now we're gonna be sitting in the nose. We're gonna be sitting in the nosebleeds up there. But y'all stadium ain't complete. Y'all have a very weak stadium.
It holds 80,000. Yeah, it ain't like it holds 85. I think
that's weak.
It ain't like.
And look at the acoustics. It ain't gonna be that loud. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking at Oklahoma Stadium. It ain't gonna be that loud. But no, them tickets, even at the nosebleeds, which y'all don't have a lot of nosebleeds per se, it's still gonna cost us $500 probably. Let's see, tickets.
You think it's gonna cost $5?
Oh man, you can't even find them. I looked at it.
I bet say it's the game sold out.
Oh, right here. Yeah, but y'all stadium. Look at this. Where's the rest of your stadium at, bro? What is
Don't nobody want to be up there? We want to see the game.
Man, y'all want to talk about man.
Get me out of here, bro.
You whispering. We can't hear y'all. Nick will be like, oh, this is loud. He go put the head on. Next play. They're talking about silent calls. Like, oh, we're going off silent. Man, we ain't got to be silent. This shit is quiet. They are whispering in here. You got to worry about the boomer Schooner's falling off. The damn wagon. That's what we need to worry about.
How much you think the flight is?
To get into where you got Oklahoma City, you got to get into probably from where I'm at.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma City.
You're gonna have to fly to Nashville, so that's gonna cost you about a last minute ticket, $600.
Why I gotta fly to Nashville? I'll fly to Atlanta.
Okay, $700.
Atlanta closer.
$700 out of Atlanta.
700.
Probably about 400 round trip, so maybe 800, 350. It's
if you buy tickets, can you sell?
Nope.
Oh boy,
you
just said $3.
Maybe Allegiant, but Chattanooga might find.
Somebody go start packing. For some reason, SeatGeek.
Yeah.
Why they still selling tickets though? It's sold out.
It's sold out, but SeatGeek owns a certain amount of those tickets.
$130.
And you sitting. You sitting.
Hold on, let's see.
130. You sitting right up here.
All right, hold on. Hey, I'm gonna share my screen.
Go ahead. Either way, go ahead. Right. While he's doing that, Tennessee's about to put belt to ass. I think this game. It'll be a good game. So welcome to the SEC moment. Everybody got to get jumped into a gang, right? No, I'm not a gang affiliate. I'm not gang. I do not gang bang, but we know the culture of the gang.
Share my screen.
SEC is a gang, and we're about to jump Oklahoma into the SEC gang and put belt to ass on this one.
Look,
ladies and gentlemen.
Look at our view.
Oh, that ain't bad for $138. What's the hidden fees?
And then
hidden fees on this. What the heck?
And then if we pay $200,
that ain't
right
bad.
Here.
That's not bad.
Go to check out shipping.
Let's see. Go check out. See, $1,000 in hidden fees. I'm telling you. Oh, you gotta do all this. Yeah.
I mean,
I said it right there to the right.
Where?
Go back to it. Click check out to the right. I think it was giving you a breakdown on the right hand side. Thinkings have been a lot better. Go down. No, disregard. It just said that is before these things, but still, that's not a bad price for a sold out game.
All right, $400. I'll buy a ticket.
It's reasonable, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
We gotta fly to tomorrow.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna get no flight tomorrow.
That's the problem. You say that. That's the problem. Having to find the tickets.
Let me check on Hopper. What is it? So from Atlanta to Oklahoma City? How far Oklahoma City to Norman?
It's a quick drive. It ain't nothing crazy. I think maybe an hour.
All right. What's that? Oh. Come back Saturday morning? I mean Sunday morning?
Yeah. How you gonna come back Saturday morning? The game's on Saturday.
Nigga, I mean like come back
you
nah, fool. If we win, I come back Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
About that.
Bro, I can't. Ain't no tickets out of DC. This is over with.
All right, finding the best deals. $722. Y'all have a good night. I'm Cody. This is Tom. This is Bros with Mics. Sit here and wasting these folks' time like this. Y'all have a good night. I apologize to everybody that was watching. Listen, I know that's a few minutes you can't get back, but the Lord said one time, if there's a will, there's a way. It ain't no will this way. I'm gonna tell you right now. Peace out to y'all. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, dog. I'm not gonna sit here and play with these folks. I'll tell you. Ain't no way. You hear me? I'm telling you.
Bruce said, and a chest in hell, I'm going to this game. That's just over with.
I'm gonna watch it from the comfort of my home or somewhere.
Oh man, ain't no tickets in my area leaving in that time frame. Oh,
It is what it is.
that is funny.
It is what
Plus,
it
I'm gonna
is.
be at B Dubs watching this game. It is over with.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
For
funny.
sure.
That is funny. Again, thank you guys for coming to hang out with Bros with Mics for the night. That's our picks. That's our opinion. It is ours, unadulterated. You get it, the truth. You get here, you get laughs, man. We ain't coming in
That's
just
a big fact.
to BS you, man. You get some laughs, you get to crack up with us and have a good fucking time at the end of the day. So, boy, that's a good one. That made my heart hurt. Right there, that was funny.
Good night to y'all folks, man.
Yeah, we out this thing, my guy. Peace.